Hey guys, my name is Justin. I work here at Find a Better You, and I'm the person who kind of helps out with the weight loss and the testosterone treatments. Maddie brought me on the podcast today, and I'm super excited.
Hi, yeah, as you guys know, my name is Maddie. I'm the skin therapist at Find a Better You. And we just wanted to start and do our first podcast today, so I'm really excited.
I'm totally excited. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming on. I know you're busy.
Man who wears a couple hats, but I always got time for you guys.
Thanks.
So, my biggest thing is that I was talking about is being a skin therapist. Being a guy, I don't really hear much about skincare.
Yeah, so when it comes from, coming from a skin therapist, seeing how guys take care of their skin is really different than how women do, because women are way more comfortable with doing like a 10-step skincare routine. And I know a lot of guys who, including my fiance, will just get the shampoo bottle and scrub their face and then call it a day.
So that's not a thing you're supposed to do?
No, some people do. Believe it or not, some shampoos actually can be good if you have like a yeast problem.
See, as a guy, I was always the person of the more combos, the better. So I was that guy who was like, hair, body, face, everything in one. Sure, I'll buy that.
Yeah, and most people do. One thing I would recommend that a man would do, if you do like just short, quick, to the point, the most important steps are get a good quality cleanser, a good quality moisturizer, and then a daily sunscreen. Those are your top 3 things. So if you're not willing to exfoliate and do retinols and all these things, you don't have to.
As a bald guy, I can also stress about how much sunscreen is important for the top of your head.
Extremely.
Because
yes.
I did not know the first time I got sunburned as a bald guy, all those oils actually come to the surface, and that's where it starts to peel and hurt, and it's not fun.
No, not at all. And being able to like remember to reapply, I actually fall victim to not doing that a lot, especially wearing makeup. But yeah, I know. But just reapplying every like 2-3 hours, really good to do. It helps with aging. It helps with not having hair and everything.
When you talk about skincare for a guy, I always, when I think of skincare, I just think of just the face. So for a person like, we'll get to this later, but I'm on testosterone, and since I've been on testosterone, I've kind of gone through puberty again, with what it feels like, and my acne is coming back.
Yes.
That being skincare, it's not so much in my face, but it's like my arms and my back. Like,
yes.
What can you tell me about men's skincare about my body?
Yeah, so that's actually interesting that you mentioned testosterone, because I actually have a lot of people in the transgender communities who are my clients, and they're either going through estrogen, they're doing estrogen, or they're getting testosterone and going through that, and the same thing, they're going through puberty again, essentially have the same issues. So skincare isn't just your face, as you know. So typically the best thing is everything from, they always say nipples up.
Okay.
But when it comes to your back, I also get really bad back acne.
Right.
Back knee. Back knee. So we have a lot of good products. I personally just I personally just like to use, we have the purifying wash. It is for your face, but you can use it all over. That's why I say get a quality one, because if you have a quality cleanser, it doesn't matter where you put it. I mean, don't put it on like
sensitive areas.
Sensitive areas for sure, but it's really good to do your back. It's good to do your décolleté. It's good to do your neck, and for men and women.
As a man, do I have a décolleté?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, this area.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I call it. Say with your chest bone.
Yeah, that's the say with your chest bone. So yeah, use your say with your chest bone.
Okay.
Use the cleanser on there, and even sunscreen. And your hands. That's another thing a lot of people forget. Your hands. So as you can see, I'm 21 and I already have age spots on my hands because I forget to put some. You have purple hands?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I do.
Well, your purple hands need some sunscreen.
I need some sunscreen.
You need some sunscreen. So just kind of start up top, work your way down. And then whatever extra you have, just rub into your hands.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need to do the cleanser on your hands just because you're going to wash your hands anyways, but sunscreen and even a moisturizer are extremely important.
So for me, it's really funny you mentioned hand care. I'm an avid bowler, and
Yes.
whenever you bowl, we use rosin powder a lot to get an extra grip on the bowling equipment, and that over time will actually dry out your hands.
Yeah.
And so I've actually used some of your guys' sample products on my hands, the renewal cream.
Yeah, I really love the renewal
And
cream.
it took every single crack I had in my hands and everything that was kind of, I call it the dry age repair.
Yeah.
Is like, be dried out and starting to crack, and it just kind of made things smooth back to life.
Yeah, another thing a lot of people do is if your hands get extremely dry, or a lot of people who are really big in weightlifting or blue collar workers, or just in general, men typically have a little bit more rough hands.
Rough around the edges,
Rough
right?
around the edges, Sometimes they'll put plastic gloves on, so they'll have like a thick moisturizer, they'll put plastic gloves, wrap it with something that's not going to cut off circulation, and sleep with it, and that'll help.
So that's what the lumberjacks do behind the scenes, right?
Exactly.
I've never seen a lumberjack walk around the house.
Baby
That
soft.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes
baby
sense.
soft hands.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that. So doing that's really good. Even the medical barrier cream by Epionce. It is a lifesaver. We use it after doing a core treatment.
My wife's used it before. She loves it.
It is amazing.
She said when she she applies her after the shower.
Yes, because it absorbs the best.
And she says that she never feels like her skin's ever felt so good in its life.
Yeah.
So.
It's wonderful. I love Epionce because they use botanicals, so they're primarily like.
I hear a lot about Epionce. I feel like when I walk into a beauty supply store, it's like my wife walking into Menards.
Yeah.
And looking at power tools.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lost. I'm kind of, what does this do? What does that do? Is Epionce like one of the front runners in the skincare world?
Yes, so pretty much any med spa you walk into, you're gonna most likely find Epionce products. They're the top of the line product. They're like the best of the best.
Okay.
Because they actually work.
So they're like the Starbucks of the coffee world.
Exactly.
Like you can go to other places, but it's not Starbucks. It's not
Exactly.
It's not that pumpkin spice.
It's not that pumpkin spice.
I gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. Another really good one I love, but the only issue is you can only get it at med spas, is Skin Script.
Okay.
I love Skin Script. They are incredible. I feel like my back bar products are either going to be Epionce or they're going to be Skin Script.
Okay.
So those are the ones that we sell here, and I really recommend it, especially if you are interested in retinols. They have good products to start that process.
Gotcha.
So doing that.
What is a retinol?
A retinol is vitamin C pretty much.
Okay.
So your body doesn't produce vitamin C, so you need to take it or use it. So retinols are it's essentially like a light peel. So you start off with a lighter percentage, and then it kind of peels off the first layers, which is what helps smooth out the wrinkles and the fine lines and stuff.
So it's kind of those things like I kind of see movies where people put like little cucumbers on top and they take the little face peel and they look all brand new and shiny.
Brand new and glowy and shiny.
So sweet. So yeah, I didn't know vitamin C did that for you.
Yeah, it's really good, and I'll probably do another video expanding on
that. If I did that and I
and
drink a glass of orange juice, would it be actually pretty when I'm done?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah, always. Orange juice makes everybody pretty.
Of course. That vitamin C is the thing you need.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So it's funny that you mentioned that some of your patients want testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we also offer here, and I like to call myself patient zero here.
Yes, and I know nothing about testosterone.
So let me give you a quick background. So,
please.
For me, example is back in February I went to Jody, who we'll meet later. Jody is one of my favorite people. I love her. She's one of my favorite people in the world.
She's amazing.
But I was like, Jody, I'm tired of being overweight. I've tried every diet. She's even coached me through diets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And benefit of being one of my coworkers, she's seen me every day, knows what I'm eating, and she's like, why isn't this making sense?
Yeah.
And then finally one day I was like, I also am tired of falling asleep on my way into work.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
She kept walking by and she's like, why do you always look like you're about to fall asleep? Because I am about to fall asleep.
Right.
She goes, but you're 34, this doesn't make sense. And I go, I don't know. Well, they sent me in for a blood test, did a normal thyroid panel, did a testosterone test, and I came back at a level of 92.
Right, and so what's an average testosterone for a healthy?
So that's what I was like, oh, 92 out of 100, I'm not doing that bad. Went to my wife, I was like, told you I'm fine. And they go, no, average is, the minimum is 750, and it goes up to 1,000.
That's crazy. So
that's the range. So I pretty much have the testosterone of an 84-year-old man.
That's crazy. So what does that do for you, other than being tired? What does
how
does that affect you?
We're all adults here, so for that drive for the bedroom, for my wife always thought that well, we're married, it's great. My wife's 9 years younger, she's very talented because she's married with me.
Sure, right.
But
she's strong.
Yeah, she's a strong, independent woman. The biggest thing is I thought that our love life was perfect, and that we were doing pretty good for a score of 92, I must say.
Yeah.
Well, once I started my testosterone therapy, I felt better as a person.
Yeah.
Our relationship grew because I was able to communicate more, because I'm not so tired all the time, and it's not like. Imagine coming home from work every day, that feeling where you just want to plop on the couch and you wake up in the morning like that, and it's your whole day. So I was irritated. Our bedroom life wasn't where I wanted it to be.
Right.
Every aspect of where I turned was just frustration.
Yeah, for sure.
And somebody asked me, what's it like to be on testosterone? And it's definitely a journey. And for your transgender patients and people going through those treatments, like, I understand what they're going through, because it is a journey and it's is hard. Because your body is relearning everything it's doing.
Absolutely.
And everybody remembers how hard high school was because of how your hormones are moving and everything else. Try doing that in your 30s when you have bills.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even a lot of people with kids. Like I have a kid, and I'm 21, and that's hard enough, and
But the good news is once you start to feel better, you do feel better, and you finally start to feel like yourself.
Yes, and that's a big deal.
And your energy comes back, and your emotions are better, and it's a fantastic treatment.
That's awesome.
So back to what I was saying. In February, we also do our weight loss here. I do a Gobi, but in February I weighed 433 pounds.
Okay.
And I was your stereotypical. I called myself the Kevin James before Doug Heffernan. I was the guy who should have been on King of Queens instead of Kevin James.
Right.
I was the big guy that could always roll with the jokes. The self-confidence was there. I just wanted the body type to fit it, to fit in.
Absolutely.
And so I started testosterone and Wegovy. Those combined, I weighed myself last week. I weighed in at 356 pounds.
That's great.
77 pounds in that amount of time.
That is insane.
So the thing is I'm regaining back what I should have done the whole time before. Right.
But it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, but first off, I always tell everybody, before you do a lifestyle, you have to do a life choice.
Absolutely. That's huge.
And, it's kind of funny is, now that I'm losing weight, I do care about stuff like skincare.
For sure, yeah.
Because, if I'm going to better myself, I want to better myself head to toe.
Right, and a big thing about skincare is gut health. So a lot of people, and I was talking about this earlier actually, so a lot of people who have a sensitivity to something, there's a lot of people who have rosacea. Some people are born with it. A lot of it comes from your gut though. Even if you don't have rosacea, all your skin health reflects your gut health.
Right.
So being able to eat certain foods or, drinking green tea, it's going to help with your skin.
Right.
Completely.
And I really never also understood how bad some of the foods I was eating was bad for my skin.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the #1 soda fan in the world. I love soda.
That's okay.
It's my biggest thing. But I didn't realize I was past puberty. I didn't think I had to worry about acne anymore. But all the soda I was drinking was creating oils in my body.
I know, it's crazy. It's quick too. I literally hadn't had, so I'm not a huge soda drinker, but I'm a chronic coffee drinker.
Oh. Your missus, I'm getting coffee in the morning. What do you want?
Coffee. I want some pumpkin spice.
I'm like, Red Bull. Let's go.
Hey. My friend loves Red Bulls. I'm like, how are you not?
I've contemplated my next tattoo being a Red Bull tattoo because it's that bad for me. I get one every day.
Honestly, iconic.
It would. I'd be probably the biggest athlete for Red Bull. Be like, I don't remember us sponsoring. You'd be like,
You should have a Red Bull with wings.
Right.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Right. Just like little tiny ones.
Yeah, little tiny baby ones. That would be so good. But I had my first soda, not kidding, in probably months. The next day, my skin broke out. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, that was quick too. Like, how is it that, like, sweet tea, I had, like, a sweet tea and, like, a Dr. Pepper, and the next day I had, like, acne. I was like, I'm a skin therapist.
Do you know what Jody told me the other day? Do you know that ice cold water is not good for you?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was like, wait, tell me what? I'm drinking water. Like, I thought it was just I need water.
A lot of cold things aren't actually good for you.
But it's still dehydrating. She's like, you need to drink at, like, room temperature. I was like,
yeah.
That's, you know, like someone in the restaurant, like, do you have any, like, room temperature water?
Right.
Like, I'm actually really thirsty today.
You could just ask with, like, water with no ice.
Right.
But, yeah,
that would be to the side and wait, like, I gotta wait 5 minutes to drink my water.
Lukewarm water,
right.
please. They're gonna look at you crazy. But
I don't know how to go for you for coffee either. Like, can I have lukewarm coffee? Like,
yeah, that's kind of, and nobody likes lukewarm coffee. No. It's either hot or cold.
Or not at all for me.
Yeah, and see, it's acquired.
It is. But, so today we've learned about skincare.
Absolutely.
My question is, you're a girl. Absolutely. I'm a guy. I can ask you questions. If I walked up to a bar, I walked into a bar and saw you and said, hey, they started talking. Yeah, you're going to listen to my conversation and everything, but you would notice my skin pretty quick, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. That's the first thing everybody notices about you.
So, my thing is, I'm thinking I love my wife to death. Before my wife, when I was in the game, is that a guy is very focused on what a girl thinks about him off the first couple of moments of meeting somebody.
If I see
and I never thought of my skin.
Yeah.
I thought about what am I going to say, what do I smell like, how's my then hair look.
Back in the day.
Yeah, how's my shine.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was with my wife for a month before I shaved my head for the first time, and she actually does not even know what me with hair looks like anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Good for me, right?
Right. Yeah, you're lucky.
I know. But so, like, that's what I want to know from a girl's perspective. Like, what are you looking? Okay, as a girl, like, if a guy walked in a bar, what are you looking about his skin, and what does it tell you about him?
A lot, actually, and it's even without being a skin therapist, this is what females and even males, with subconsciously, it's just, you just notice things. So if I walk, let's say you walk in and I see that your skin is very dirty and it looks like, you know, if the rest of your skin looks normal, or like your hands look normal or something, and like your skin just here doesn't look clean, it looks oily, it looks dirty, and some people can't help the oils, but you can maintain it. I would think, okay, so he smells nice, his hair looks good, but his skin doesn't look clean. That makes me think, okay, he doesn't care about cleaning his skin. Does he brush his teeth at night if he can't wash his skin at night? Does he, you attract who you think you deserve, but you also have to love yourself before you can love other people.
Of course.
So if you're not loving the largest organ of your body, are you really loving yourself?
So when I was before my wife, I used to take pride in it. I was very well maintained.
Yeah, sure.
I had spa day. I used to go spa day all the time.
Yes.
And I had what I call the kid and caboodle.
Oh, I love that.
Start off with a pedicure.
Yeah.
Do the massage.
Yeah.
And then do a facial.
And see, that is such an attractive feature for guys. My fiance does that. He's got wonderful skin, wonderful hair, and he does wash his skin with shampoo. But then when he's asleep, I'll give him a facial.
And the whole persona of, oh, I'm a guy, I don't do that.
Yeah, it's like it's not.
I'll be like, dude, the best time I have spending with my wife and my mother-in-law is going to get pedicures. Absolutely.
And it's so great.
Because the best time is, if you really don't want to talk to her, you gotta lay her up in your calves and you just put your headphones on and chill out.
Right. Sorry the video ended the way it did. We had no idea that our camera only recorded for 20 minutes. So that happened. But if you liked what you saw and you want to see more of me and Justin, let us know. We would really appreciate it. All likes, comments, subscribes, all of that would help. Helps us keep doing what we're doing. And that was our first podcast and actually the second video to put out. So please support us. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, etc. Thank you guys. Have a good one.